Morning, guys. Welcome to Words from a Friend podcast. I'm your host, Marty Carey, and this is the podcast that follows my book, Words from a Friend, a daily guide to a purposeful life. It's available at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. We're on a 365-day inner journey together, so happy and grateful to have you along. We're on day 132 of that journey, and I'm going to combine 132 and 133 together to make a 132. It was one longer message that we broke up into two. Taking God up on his daily offer and becoming a world filled with light. So it was the same message on the same day that I wrote it, but we broke it up into two separate days for the book. So I'm just going to read the whole message so we have some clarity in it. Okay. All right. Taking God up on his daily offer. Every day we get another opportunity to get it right. We have free will to choose our ego's demands or the life expanding offer of our spirit. Each has their own agenda, and each has immediate and long-lasting consequences for our lives and the lives we touch every day. The Spirit's agenda only brings more life, expansion, and opportunity, while paying heed to the ego brings strife, conflict, blame, and low-level life experiences. Just low level, buzzing low. We see this microcosm of our individual ego playing an overwhelming role in the macrocosm of the world. We see it every day. What we each do, as in our each little cell, matters to the world. It matters. We have ripples that ripple out from our own energy, from our own thoughts, our words, and our actions. Okay? We see this microcosm of our individual ego playing an overwhelming role in the macrocosm of the world. Just watch the news. And you can see world leaders, including our own, operate predominantly from ego. Their choices, like some of our own, are based on a false individual need for power and domination over others. This is not true leadership nor true power. It is what's in it for me, what's in it for my group, what's in it for my side. It's just so ridiculous. The system we live under all around the world. We're governed by, people who are just out for themselves and their party and all this other stuff. No thought to the whole. No thought of the whole. Well, then you're not even dealing with God. You're not dealing from a God standpoint at all. You're dealing from the ego standpoint, right? It's just a big ego game, this Game of Thrones of this 3D world. It's like the Game of Thrones. Everybody wants to conquer and grab land and, all this other crap. Man alive. Imagine if the ego was gone and we just recognized each other for who we really are. And there's not people living in castles while other people starve. I mean, man alive, what have we allowed for centuries? It's awakening time. And we're all seeing it. We're all seeing the ugliness of it all. We see it every day. We don't have to become it. We don't even have to include ourselves in it. In fact, we're here to we're here to bring the new world in and replace that old broken down system of ego. It's just not who we are. When we remember who we are, it makes no sense and it's absurd. Absolutely absurd. Right? It's absurd. I wrote this book 13 years ago, and these words are still true, about how this place is run. I mean, we are seeing the evil exposed. This a lot has happened since I wrote this book. There's no question. COVID and all this other stuff they tried on us. All this other stuff that is just not good for us. It's just, they decided, these people at the top, these elite scumbags is really what they are. So they just lost their way. They're not representatives of God. They're not representatives of the light. No, they'd be preaching a different message if that was true. They wouldn't be preaching separation. They'd be preaching truth. Truth would be in our schools. Truth would be right from the get-go. Hey, we're all spirits here on a learning journey, and we're here to change this place into light. Okay, so that's the thing. How are you doing that in your personal world? Are you giving it any thought, or are we just unconscious in what the world expects our lines to be based on the narratives they provide to us, based on the lines they give to us? It's like, here's your lines for the day. If anybody says this is what you say. What? Where is our connection to the divine in that? It's outside. It's outside of us. It's in ego town. We have a direct connection to the answers within. We're not going to find a savior in politics. I assure you, because it's going to be one-sided crap. And we have to go into consciousness. We have to go into truth, absolute truth. And we're seeing a lot of that come out, a lot of those conspiracy theories, absolute truth, because we can all feel it. We can all feel it. Well, not all of us. Some of us are still asleep in, I can't ever believe that to be true, because then I would be wrong. And I will have been wrong about a lot of things. Ego, once again. Don't you just want to know? Don't you just want to know what the truth is above all this crap that they push on us every day, and the control systems and all the other stuff? Well, that truth lies within each of us. That love that we are is that truth. And it's unconditional. This is a world of conditional love. Conditional. You do what I want, I'll give you that love you're looking for. But that isn't love. That isn't love. That's ego. That's control. Love isn't that way. Love doesn't work that way. Nope. Not at all. So this is not true leadership nor true power. It's what's in it for me mentality. It's true they think they're doing the right thing by lording over us and telling us what's best for us, while really only looking out for themselves and their team. This is why the world is in darkness most of the time, because it's being led for the gain of a few and not for all. It's got to become the people. And the only way it becomes that way is if we remember ourselves. We don't need this governance. It's just all shady shit. Shady, every government. Shady. If you're still believing in government and that's your God, man, no. Look within. The truth lies within you. You are it. So turn off the freaking TV. That is not going to teach you anything. It's just going to keep programming you. It's going to keep programming you. You got to detach. You got to detach from that stuff, and you've got to seek the truth, be quiet, and listen for it within. It's there, but they won't tell you that. They'll tell you to keep looking at their mess. Here's the mess. Keep looking at the mess. Don't look within. Don't remember who you really are. That's the thing. Well, that's the thing. That's the Great Awakening. It can't be stopped. It's not about them being able to stop it anymore. It's not. The truth lies within all of us. So when it starts to bubble up in us, nobody can tell you who you are anymore, and you're not who you thought you were anymore. You're not all these collected, conditioned habits of yours. You're not those. And you can remold and reshape all of that stuff, alchemize it and bring the light to it, and upgrade your system from lies, and upgrade your system living in calm, beautiful, smoothing along truth as best you can in a world that wants to always take you out of it. All right. And that's the walk with God. That's the walk back home, and showing others that it's a great walk. It's not a walk you need to be afraid of at all. You make people say, fear God. Fear God. You'd fear yourself because you're a cup of it. Why would you fear yourself? Only fear yourself when you don't know yourself. And you think, oh man, I just make all these blundering moves and these things, and nothing seems to work out for me, and I'm a victim, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's not knowing who you are. That is not knowing thyself. You need to know thyself as the light itself. Cup of that, and you move from that knowing forward. See what happens to your life. Walk in that and see. And you have to walk in consideration for other people. That's part of it, because they too are a cup of that same thing. And we have to remember that we're all waking up in our own time, and that we help each other see that in themselves. Look in the mirror. You're beautiful. You got everything it takes. God gave you everything. You're well equipped. So you just have to take advantage of that. Have to take advantage of it. Listen for it. Trust that guidance. Move and walk in that and with that, and serve that up like a nice Sunday dinner. All right. The world needs to be led by those who aim to wake us all up from to our true potential, so we may all thrive instead of just survive. Our leaders make policy based on where their next vote or donation is coming from, rather than making truth in living the agenda. Making truth the agenda. Well, truth has to be the agenda. It has to be, because it has just been shady town. We must all rise above the ego-centered game in order to end the lie of separation between all of us and our benevolent source. Our benevolent source, which is always giving to us. Always. So we need to become a world of light over darkness, but from a place of conscious awakening. This means that we must each dedicate ourselves to waking up a little more each day. How we do this is a simple concept, but not always an easy one to live. No, it's not, because you're going against so much stuff that you've been told. And you've embedded it as truth and belief at this point. And it's not easy to face the truth that this world is called the truth. It's not easy to look at it and go, wow, we were freaking lied to in so many ways, just for greed and evil shit. All right. This means that we must each dedicate ourselves to waking up a little more each day. Our world is made up of opposites. We all know this personally: dark and light, negative and positive, happy and or depressed, winning and losing, rich and poor, fearful and courageous, love and hate, etc., etc. It's our job and our daily purpose to choose the light, choose the positive, choose the healing energy of love. Our ego wants us to believe in it and act upon the opposite, lower energies. Well, it's a certain path to mediocrity and keeps us stuck in that wheel of darkness. It keeps us stuck there because we're still believing in it. We're still believing these low lies about ourselves, still believing the lies that we're told from outside ourselves, and say, no, I will fight to keep this shit in place. I will do my part to keep this ugly evil in place because I'm asleep in it. Yeah. Well, listen, that's all of us. They've been lied. All of us have been lied to. My God. And that's what we need. Love is the truth. God is the truth. We're a cup of that. And when we embody that, we change our lives. We change our lives, our personal worlds, and that ripples out. And other people can catch on and find that place in themselves. They already know it. It's the smaller spots, like, because everything else seems so heavy. That seems more true. The heavy stuff seems more true. But it's the light that is the truth, my friends. And that's how we enlighten the world. When we take up God on his daily offer each day to live and act in the true power, we see our personal life shift into higher gear. And we will find life energy pulsing through us much more consistently and on a powerful basis. This will be so amazing to you that you will start to spread the wealth to your friends, your family, and many others. It will become the only way to fly for you. The other stuff is just too ugly to hang on to and to hold on to. It's just like, yeah, I used to do that. I used to do it. And that's the things you say. I used to do that. I used to get involved in that. I used to engage in that. I used to just want to argue for the sake of arguing because I thought myself to be a great arguer and I wanted to win. Oh, I wanted to be right all the time. It will bring you more riches on more levels than you can imagine. And this, my friends, is the only way to bring global light to an ego-dominated world. We are responsible to wake ourselves up. We will have help along the way on this amazing path because we will attract more of what we are giving along the way. So when we're seeking, we'll be finding. And then what we find will be giving back to us, right? So when we immerse ourselves in a spiritual journey and we uncover these gold nuggets along the way, they're there for us. They're there for us to pick up and go, oh, this is a good one. Put it right in there, baby. Put it right in there. And I will put that in my tool chest for sure. And that one I will absolutely know when the time is to bring that out. It'll just be there for me. And it'll be there for you because that's who you really are under the clutter of what we've collected. All right. We're responsible to wake ourselves up. Well, you know what? We are responsible to tune in. And then God wakes us up. We're responsible to tune in and say, you know what? This other stuff has not been working for me at all. All this other stuff, it's just constant battle, ego battles. It's like, that isn't going to work. It isn't. You've got to move back into emotional regulation, energetic regulation, taming that ego so that it's not the loudest voice in you. The loudest voice in you is going to be the light. It's going to be emanating from you. It's going to be evident in the words that you choose rather than the ones that just came to you before and just spit out as your old habits that, wasn't that great? Didn't work for you that well as you thought it did. But This is how we just tune our own machine up. This is a beautiful machine that God created us to house our spirit in for a little while. So we have to be good to it. Mind, body, and spirit, healthy and all. Keep your health up, man. Health is your wealth. Health is your wealth. But also what your wealth is the energy that you embody and give away every day. So, and it's for you first. It's for you first. You know, it's not about, hey, I got to be this positive person for everybody else. No, it's just going to be your natural way that you choose to move. And what comes from that just kind of splits off as its own ripple and into the ripple of the lives of others. And we know this to be true from the people that surround us that are just that loving way. You just got to be around them. And you know that they're going to bring that. And it's just their natural, loving, funny, beautiful way. So be that for yourself, and the world will benefit from that. You are the benevolent presence in that moment. You are that God presence. You've brought it forth. You're an ambassador of God's light, an ambassador of the new way, an ambassador of a new world that you want to create by being in it yourself already, best you can. Okay. So the CTA today, there was two, so let's read them both. Today, be part of the true solution by doing what you came here to do. Spread light. Light is truth. And if we each choose to shine a bit more each day, we are truly making a difference. And do your part to bring about the shift. When you make this choice, you benefit all. You are you're a benevolent presence in a world that really needs it. We all know that. Okay. So you know what to do today. Much love and light, guys. Thanks for the beautiful words and the beautiful messages I receive. I appreciate each and every one of them. And it does it. It definitely lifts me and says, you're doing the right thing. Just keep going. Much love and light. We'll see you tomorrow.